Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Craftsy. Craftsy is an online community and resource for all things creative. You can find so many wonderful things on Craftsy, offering over 2,000 classes in over 20 different categories, including sewing, knitting, crocheting, baking. You'll probably find it at Craftsy. It's a wonderful place to get inspiration, to learn new skills, and to meet fellow makers. For example, I've always had an interest in sewing because I've always had to adjust my clothing to get it to fit me. So Craftsy has all kinds of wonderful classes in sewing, and what I've been interested in lately is how to make your own undergarments. Isn't that wonderful? We always think about skirts and dresses and pants, but what about our undergarments? So I found an expert in Beverly Johnson and her class, Sewing Bras Designer Technique. And I love it because there's step-by-step instructions, clear demonstrations on how to do the project. And that's how I find I learn the best. There's so many things you can find on Craftsy. I've also been very interested in lamp making and how to wire lamps. And I found a class called Concrete Design hosted by Ben Uyeda that shows me how to wire a lamp, and not only that, how to use concrete to create a lamp. How stinking cool is that? So much inspiration and knowledge, expertise, and skills that you can build on or learn or enhance, all on Craftsy. So if you'd like a spark of inspiration and want to try Craftsy for yourself, the first 1,000 lovelies to click the link down below or scan the QR code will receive a premium membership of Craftsy for $1.49. This is only valid for new members only. Big thanks to Craftsy for sponsoring this video and for allowing me to make better videos for all of you. Alrighty, my lovies, today we're going to be making a salad, one that looks very, very simple and easy and perfect for summer. We're coming into warm weather. I love a crisp, crunchy salad that I can just put together with things that I already have in my pantry and most likely in my refrigerator. Those are the best because those are the recipes that I'll probably make again. This recipe was recommended to me by my friend Heather Martin, and I'll put a link down below. You can find her at today.com. And the credit for creating this recipe comes from Cassie Young. You can find her on TikTok. This is the carrot ribbon salad. There are lots of variation. I feel like it's the 2025 version of the cucumber salad that was nutty last year, which was delicious. And I'm hoping this one's going to be delicious as well. And based on the ingredients that go into it, I don't see why it shouldn't be. But what I find most interesting is the method of preparing the carrots. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. Cassie said this is a great way to use up scraps that are in your refrigerator, and I can definitely check that box because these carrots have been in my refrigerator. I love carrots because you can keep them a long time in your refrigerator. I mean, they've been in my fridge so long, they're starting to resprout. Look at that, yeah. But the carrot's still good. Okay, so carrots are very crunchy and hard, and that's part of the peel, but they can be a lot to kind of work through. So that's why this technique seems appealing to me. Appealing, because we're going to be using our veggie slicer peeler to make these into ribbons. First, I'm going to peel just the outside of my carrot, and I will save these to give to my chickens. So we're going to take the carrot, place it on our cutting board, and take our veggie peeler and just keep going to get these beautiful wide strips, right? You could even make like a little rosette. I think they do that in fancy gourmet decorating things. You know, you can make a little flower. A big part of eating for me is making it look lovely. I feel like it tastes better that way. This technique does leave you with a kind of flattish piece because it's a little bit too thick to put in your salad, but you could chop this up or you could dip it into hummus, have it as a carrot stick, or you can go this way, I guess, and get some smaller strands. Then you're left with this thing. So here's my bowl of ribboned carrots. Don't they look beautiful? I'm going to add about a clove of minced garlic. I've been doing this technique where I mince a huge batch of garlic and then I press it into a plastic zippy bag, and then I divide it into little squares, little rectangles, and then freeze them, and then I snap them all up. And so then I have all of this pureed garlic, and I find that I use a lot more garlic, and it's just I don't know, easier. I have a garlic press, but this is what I've been doing lately. So 1 big clove of garlic. So Cassie doesn't give exact amounts on how to make the dressing. She says measure with your heart, but I am going to give you measurements just so you can get an idea of what I am doing. Let's start with a half a teaspoon of sesame oil. Very, very flavorful, but very potent. 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. And an equal amount of rice wine vinegar. White sesame seeds, about a 1/4 teaspoon. And black sesame seeds for a little contrast. This is my green onions bucket, and this is created from store-bought onions. So I buy the green onions from the store, I use all the green onions, chop it down, and then I save the little root part, and then I just stick it into the soil, water it, and then they come back up. Isn't that wonderful? This just sits outside, and whenever I need green onions, I just snip some, and then just slip them into my dish. And if I use a pair of scissors, I don't even have to dirty a knife. Look how colorful that looks. It looks so beautiful. I also find that when I have it growing like this, just right outside, my kids are more likely to use green onions and go outside, and I show them this technique, and then they're like, oh, I'm gonna have my bagel, I'm gonna put some green onions on it. Brilliant, right? So great. I also have chives growing at this bucket too. And the chives die back come winter, and then in spring they come right back up. Beautiful thing. And then we're gonna add some chili crisp. This is famous la llama. Start off with a teaspoon of this. See how it is? Cassie recommends using gloved hands to massage the dressing into the carrots. I'm all for it, so here we are. And then I'm gonna add a little extra green onion on top. Some extra color and flavor. Ooh. Gorgeous. Alright, my lovelies, let's give the ribbon carrot salad a taste. It really is a beautiful salad. Look at that. In terms of carrots, it's reminding me of the Korean carrot salad I made not too long ago. That one has a very interesting history, but this one has a different shape. Rather than being shredded, we've got ribbons. Alrighty, I don't think I've ever eaten carrots like this before. Itadakimasu. That's perfectly seasoned. I didn't taste it because I wanted my honest first taste reaction. And it doesn't need anything else. The level of salt is perfectly balanced, along with the 1 teaspoon of langamo. The chili crisp, perfectly salty. It's a little bit tangy and tart and acidic from the vinegar, but not so strong that you notice it. It just tastes like a lovely dressing. But I really love the texture. There's a fabulous crunch, but it's not too crunchy as if you're gonna have to work too hard to eat the salad. And the garlic isn't too strong in here. It goes really nicely with the chili crisp, which also has a really strong flavor. It's spicy and chilied and toasted and nutty, but it also has a little bit of a Sichuan peppercorn flavor to it, which is a little bit kind of like a fennel flavor to it. The green onions add a ton of color. I think they're pretty important to make the salad look so pretty, along with the orange, and of course add more flavor. Really good. I would definitely make this again. So easy. And I really do honestly have all these things all the time in my cupboard and refrigerator. All the time. What a great little side dish to add to any meal. This would refrigerate really nicely and taste even more flavorful the longer the marinade has time to sit with the carrots. Cassie claims that this recipe makes her skin extra glowy. The carrots do, because of the vitamin A. I knew a gal in high school that ate so many carrots her skin started turning orange. True story. Beta carotene. This one also reminds me of the addictive cabbage recipe that I made recently. I'll put a link to it down below in case you missed it. In terms of using a raw vegetable and a really well-seasoned dressing to make a side dish, a salad that's super tasty, super great way to get your veg in. Raw veggies. And equally addictive and delicious. Alright, my lovelies, I hope that gives you some veggie side dish inspiration. Thanks so much for watching, and big thanks to Craftsy for sponsoring this video. Be one of the first 1,000 to click the link down below and sign up for Craftsy's premium membership and receive a full year's membership for $1.49. Valid for new members only. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Carrot brew? I thought I had one brewing. Escapes me.